Hello again YouTube, it's Lee again and I'm back. It's now week 2, day 1. Not weighed myself because I've decided I'm going to weigh myself every Wednesday. Diet's going well, gym is getting there as well. Finally stopped hurting today and I had a nice long cardio session down the gym today, so that was really good. Been home a few hours now and decided I was going to make a video. Wanted to talk about something that is quite personal to me. Pretty much a little inside of not why I put on weight, but how I coped with weight when I first started putting it on and got to a really big point. It's quite a hard thing for me to talk about, to be honest. So here it goes. I mainly put weight on due to mental illness. Kind of knew what I was doing but didn't care too much. Sorry. I was very ashamed of what I was doing, and as such I binged it a lot. I would watch what I was eating around people. If there was a gathering or anything like that, I generally wouldn't eat. I would definitely hide away from everybody once they'd gone, or if I'd left somewhere. Stay up all hours playing video games and just eating. Not anything nice either, it was just boring food. And I did this in terms of a way of punishing myself because I knew it was slowly killing me, ultimately. When I come out the other side, after many years of being very up and down with my mental state, I then started enjoying food, and that obviously led to more weight gain. And yeah, it's like a totally different scale. I was eating probably as much if not more, but I was enjoying life, I was enjoying food, and it kind of went hand in hand. Me and my partner moved into our flat that we live in now, and our little girl at the time was about 2.5. Like every new house, you get new everything, and we got a new bed. And our first night of sleeping in this bed, I fell for it because of my weight. And I was mortified. It wouldn't even be a touch on how I felt, to be honest. And I ended up having to sleep in the front room on our old mattress, and that ain't no way to live. But anyway, I did that, and I'd suffer with colds, coughs a lot more worse than what I would have done if I was at healthy size. Honestly, it felt like I was dying. A cough and cold that would take, say, 5 days to a week to go would linger around for a month, maybe even 2 months sometimes. So one morning, I coughed, sneezed, whatever, and I was laying in bed on the mattress in the living room. And I had got this excruciating pain up my left hand side to the point where I couldn't move. I was stuck. I was almost like a beached whale, to be honest. My partner at the time, she was heavily pregnant with our second child, and we had to call the paramedics out for me. And I was laying there in nothing much more than just a pair of boxers, if I was to be honest with you all. And I had these 3 paramedics standing around me, and what's the best situation to move this big lump? And in the end, they pretty much give me gas and air and dragged me up the best they could and carted me off to hospital. It turned out that the size of me and the actual power of how I was sneezing and coughing had pushed one of my lower abs in between some ribs, and yeah, it got stuck and I had to have tablets to deflate it. So that's probably one of my most embarrassing moments and painful moments of being overweight. There's been other times as well where I wouldn't leave the house due to my size, people making comments, and the comments really didn't bother me that much, but I was very, very angry when I wasn't well, and I was very unpredictable with it, so I generally just took myself away from any form of conflict. But since then, I'll say I've come out the other side. I've had that time of enjoying food, and my weight's been very up and down. I lost a considerable amount of weight last year. In fact, I started, I think it was October 2014, and I was pretty solid for about a year. At which point I was probably at the best shape I had been in many years. I started running again, which was brilliant. Wasn't running for very long, but I was able to run. And anybody that is very big will tell you that's such a milestone. The amount of pain and suffering you have to go through just to even stand is crazy. And then a few incidents happened involving my partner and myself in some respects, and training became very hard to do, and then complacency kicked in with the diet and I ended up back to not quite square one, but it wasn't that far off, which brings me to today. Being overweight is not cool. Anybody that tells you they're happy and extremely overweight, inside there's someone struggling and fighting just to hold on to some form of happiness, some form of reality, and it's hard. And it's not as easy as watch what you're eating, get down the gym, do some exercise, get off the sofa. I personally believe it starts from a mental point of view, and if you're not ready for that fight mentally, you've already lost. The chances are you're going to go in, you're going to fight, you'll have a week, maybe 2 weeks of good eating, maybe some exercise, but you're going to revert back to old habits, and that ain't the way forward. That year that I done of exercise, eating clean and moving forward in myself leads me to believe that I know I can do it. People that have never done that or even got that far, they don't have belief, they just believe in yo-yo diet, weight going up and down, and every time it goes back up again, it adds on another £10 plus. Been there. So, yeah, don't ever judge a book by its cover, guys. It is not easy. You don't look at an alcoholic, sit there and take the piss out of them. You don't look at someone that's addicted to drugs and take the piss out of them. It's an illness. It's not a nice illness. And as such, eating is a way of life, but it can also be an illness. And how do you get that balance where you've got to watch what you eat and still eat? It's crazy. Society, I don't believe, is that well educated in terms of nutrition, in terms of maintaining a healthy, balanced diet. And there's so many fads out there where they're going to sell you this slimming drink, or you can take this tablet, and it don't do anything. The only thing that's going to make you lose weight is dedication, mental strength and willpower, and the knowledge of clean eating and portion size, and then exercise. Without them things, you're never ever going to do it. Anyway, I feel like I'm rambling now, so I'm going to cut off here. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you can like, subscribe, share, give me some form of information on what you want me to do next. It'll be very much appreciated. Talk to you in a few days. Bye bye.